I don't know the source of your data, and I will be very specific on that because I know since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came on board in 2023, we've had only two, to the best of my knowledge. And those two were due to forces beyond the control of the service at those particular points in time. Number one was the one that happened in Suleja, and the Suleja was due to force majeure. I mean, the wall, came down because that correctional center was actually built, I think, if I'm not wrong, I think it was 1914. Yes, the correctional center was built in 1914. And I tell you this, and I am a man that do not, I say my mind at every point in time. I'm an objective person. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not become president in 1914, and he became president probably 109 years after when that particular correctional center was built. So the problems, that was due to issue of wind and whatever, the wall came down and etc. And the second one was the one that happened in Maiduguri, which was due to the flood. And I tell you, I was there myself. The next day it happened, I was there. And I saw the level of the flood. And of course, you need to be there. I mean, that could happen anywhere in the world. That's the truth. Because we saw a flood that was over all the structures, not just the correctional center. The level of the flood was even beyond. It was beyond human height level. And so that was an issue, was a force majeure. We've not had jail attacks. There's a difference between a jail attack and a jailbreak. They are two different things. So if you're talking about, I don't want us to mix data. You understand what I mean? It's very key that we understand it, that under this government, we've done our best. There's so many strategies we've used, I cannot say here, in terms of managing the whole issues of jail attack, jailbreak, and etc. And it has worked so far with cooperation from the DSS, from the Nigerian army, from civil defense, from immigration, and a lot. We hold meetings Saturdays, Sundays. Sundays we go to the office just to strategize when we have alerts, and we do a lot of things behind the scenes. So we have been able to handle that. So when they talk about, as if it has never been as worse as this, no, that's not true. Let us be objective for once. So that's that about that. And when you speak about capturing people, I as much as I do not like to I must say this very clearly. When we came on board, there was this program we saw that they called Correctional Information Management System. And we realized that this is era of technology. When the whole issue happened in Suleja, we realized that a lot of these people, we had problems. We had to work like a week or 2 weeks extra to be able to get the data of these people. I mean, their biometrics and etc. We had to go get the paper, NIMSI. We had to go to NIMSI, what's it called, to the bank, to road safety, immigration, a lot of just to get data of these people. Within that time, it's easy. Some of these escapees could have as well, escaped. And immediately what we did is that, listen, there is no crime in making mistake. But the issue is never make the mistake a habit. Don't ever let it repeat itself. And we looked around the whole system and what this government has been able to do. And that is why you saw the difference in terms of the response time in Maiduguri and Suleja, the two different things. In Maiduguri, in Suleja, it took us a couple of days, like a week or so to come out on whatever with data and information sharing. But when it happened in Maiduguri, within 24 hours, within 24 hours, we were able to share information, data, biometric, pictures, details, and everything with all other sister agencies, and that has led us to the recapture of a lot of people. I can't tell you the exact number as I sit now, but a lot of people had been recaptured, because we've operationalized the information management system, and as I tell you today, there is no inmate, either you are waiting trial or whatever, that is not enrolled on our system. So we have a robust technological solution now. You know, before it was with what we saw. I mean, proud to now, what we had prior to this time was more in name, you know, but we've been able to operationalize it. We've been able to constantly update it. And as I tell you, it's real time. So building on this, leveraging on the foundation that we have built now, it means that we can only get better. So as I said, you see, Nigeria, every nation is an evolving entity. We have to always understand that, you know, you do not expect Eldorado overnight. You know, it's the same thing in correctional, it's the same thing in Nigerian Immigration Service, it's the same thing in fire service or any other agency of government. You know, even America is still evolving. You know, the United Kingdom is still evolving. But the bottom line is we should be honest enough to admit our mistakes when we make mistakes, and be bold and audacious enough to be able to correct these mistakes and make sure that these mistakes do not turn to habit, which is what this government is doing. So in the real sense of it, I want to assure you that on the issue of recapturing, on the issue of there's a lot that is going on with that regard. And also this committee, you know, headed by the permanent secretary, of which Dr. Uju is the secretary, is going to bring us lasting solutions to a lot of these issues. You know, issue of overcrowding, decongestions, even welfare of inmates, relocation of prisons, of correctional centers that be eaten up by urbanization, and a lot of issues. It's going to be an all-encompassing one. The public, there's going to be, I think she told me this morning that I think by December, they will bring out the first public hearing, you know, to get opinions of people and be able to come up with a robust plan. And with what this government has done in immigration service and what we've done, even with the correctional service, you Nigerians can trust this government that when we put our hand on the plow, there is no going back.